Today's discussion, we will take a look at the main ingredients of success. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to think of it like making a loaf of bread. So if you want to live a successful life, you must have all of these ingredients. Understanding is power. You must know what these ingredients are. Come with me down the rabbit hole. So what do you need to make a loaf of bread? You need water, flour, yeast, and sugar. Making a loaf of bread is very similar to being a successful person. You may ask, how? Well, because there are steps in making a loaf of bread, and if you miss a step, well then the bread just doesn't rise and you've basically got a biscuit. And I'll go into more about that after a quick word from the sponsor of this video. Over the last few years, I have been looking into the qualities that we know aid in success. I've written a book that goes into how faith is the foundation for those qualities. The link is in the description, so go ahead and check it out. Okay, back to the video. So, the first thing we need to make a loaf of bread is water. Now, when it comes to this part of the loaf of bread, we're going to equate that to setting goals, planning and strategy, and continuous learning. So let's look at the first one, setting clear, achievable goals. In any successful endeavour, you need to set 3 levels of goals, which is your daily goals, your monthly goals, and your yearly goals. And of course, your overall goal that you're trying to achieve. And you need to read those each day to keep them in your mind, so having a clear vision of where you're going. So in this text, it's like gathering the ingredients and the necessary tools that you'll need to bake the loaf of bread. The next one is planning and strategy. Now, when it comes to this, it's working out how you're going to do it. So in other words, how you have to mix the particular loaf of bread, and when it comes to success, it's the nuts and bolts, the day-to-day things that you need to do to get the goal achieved. And then, of course, the third part of that is continuous learning. So, in other words, the more you know about what you're actually trying to achieve, the better. Never think that you know everything about what you're trying to do. The more that you can learn about it, the easier it will become to achieve. The next ingredients that you need to add would be flour. Now, when it comes to success, we would say hard work and diligence, resilience and persistence, and adaptability and flexibility. So, when you're thinking about it, when it comes to making a loaf of bread, in this analogy, hard work would be the mixing of the ingredients. The resilience would be kneading the bread, and the adaptability and flexibility would be the letting it sit there and rise. Now, when it comes to hard work and diligence, well, basically that's the nuts and bolts of any successful venture. You can't sit back and just say, okay, well, I'm going to start this business and not actually do the day-to-day things that you need to do to actually make it, actually work. Resilience and persistence. The big thing with most people is that they will start something, and the moment they get any sort of pushback, oh, this is too hard, and they throw in the towel. You must have persistence when it comes to things, because you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have failures, you are going to have people say, oh, you're mad, that's silly. And then, of course, adaptability and flexibility. Now, what I mean by that is that your initial plan will never be perfect. You're going to have to make changes. You're going to have to be understanding the market, and so you have to be have the ability to be adaptable and flexible. The next thing you'll need to understand is effective communication, network and relationship building, and time management. Now, this is like the yeast, because all of those things allow your business to grow and be more stable within the market. So effective communication. So in other words, you must learn how to sell your idea to other people. Networking and relationship building, well, that's, getting a reputation for being an honest broker, somebody that is reliable. And then, of course, time management, making sure that you do all the necessary jobs that you're getting paid for on time. Also, you must remember to make time for relaxation and also for your family, because that's a very effective part of being a successful person. And so they're all very important and effective things that you need to understand. And of course, as I said in the previous segment, the more that you learn about those things, the better you'll become. The next ingredient is sugar. Now, in this context, we have self-confidence and positive mindset, integrity and ethical behaviour, and emotional intelligence. Now, self-confidence and positive mindset is something that you need to work on every day, because the moment that you start to be negative about what you're doing, well, it's over. Integrity and ethical behaviour. Nobody will deal with you if they think that you're underhanded or that the way that you conduct yourself in business is not ethical. And of course, emotional intelligence is being able to sit back and have a wider view of what you're doing when it comes to the overall organisation. So, in other words, making sure that your employees are looked after and that your customers are well serviced, and that you don't understand, no matter how successful or famous you become, that you must learn to be humble, because the people that you service are the ones that put you there. Without them, you're just an ordinary person. Remember, you're always going to have your detractors, but if you treat people badly, people will hate you. Now, when it comes to making a loaf of bread, you mix the ingredients, you knead the dough, you put it into a baking pan, and then you bake it. And it takes time. And understand that being successful also takes time, and there are certain things that you have to master. And if you put it into your mind that you're never going to fully master everything and that you are constantly trying to learn better ways and understand the business more and more, then you will be successful. You'll have setbacks, surely, but if you have that basic understanding when you go into it, you will succeed. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. And now you've been listening to Philip Gale, and this is Morning Thought Farm. And until next time, bye for now.